Lee Hunter out of Texas Tech. Now, he is 6'3", 320. He plays like he's 6'5", 500 pounds, Lee Hunter. He is a double team eating nose tackle. Looks massive on the tape. Good upper body strength, but good agility and good foot speed for a bigger guy. But his athleticism is a tick down from the other guys here. He's nowhere near as athletic as Woods, not quite as athletic as Banks or even McDonald. Lacks a little bit of quickness, but is still quick for his size and his frame. He's all upper body, big dude. He looks like a bear. Nice hand placement, and he keeps his feet driving through contacts. Dude with his power, you don't want to see him get jammed up and just start pushing. He keeps driving, and it looks good. I bet he'd look good on the blocking sled. But a little bit high in his pads, no knee flexion at all. He tends to put all of his weight into the blocks. And if you've got a savvy lineman, you can use that against him, I reckon. You can get him off balance because he is just leaning on you with all of this upper body weight. Combine that with the pork. Initially, I was like, oh, I like this guy. He's big and he's strong. But I started to see wrinkles in his game I didn't like. He uses that sheer size and power just to force his way through gaps with little technique. And I worry that he's always been the biggest, toughest dude on every team he's played on. And all he needs to do is just stand up and run into some people and they will fall over and get out of the way for him. I'm not sure that's going to happen. Doesn't have the length. Can he get off blocks? You do see him get washed a little bit versus the run. Doesn't lock out. And I wasn't in love with his motor. Sometimes college motor, that can be a problem that goes away when they get drafted in the professional players. But I did think sometimes he was just out of the play a little bit. So for me, I was -1 on Lee Hunter. Whoa. I got a little bit concerned. The more I watched Lee Hunter, the more I got cold on him. I think he's cashing checks on his size, and I'm not sure those checks are going to be accepted in the bank of the NFL.
This is Tom, Steel City's Red Star.
Red Star!
He said, like a lot of Tech prospects, had a really good year. True's nose tackle with awesome size and really good hands. Has good pass rush ability, which looked better at the Senior Bowl than on tape, where it was more flashy. Fear that because of the hype from Senior Bowl, he will go in first round. That's where Daniel Jeremiah had Lee Hunter going, which I'm not sure about, but if he's there in the second, definite target. If he's there in the second round, I would absolutely be looking at Lee Hunter. I'd obviously seen a lot of Texas Tech, and that defense, draft the entire Texas Tech defense. That front unit of Texas Tech is absolutely incredible, and we're going to talk about some other guys for sure in this draft class. They're all coming out, it seems. He just joined Texas Tech in 2025 after previously being at UCF and Auburn. He's a redshirt senior who just turned 24 a few days ago, a little bit older. He has that hulking frame, driving force, excellent shed ability, getting underneath linemen's arms before he's able to swallow up backs. Been able to move O-lineman at will, really dominant run stuffer. Senior Bowl, great showing in that. But I had a look at the tape, and not to the kind of point that you are. I'm still a +1 on the guy, but there's apparently small hands. Again, need to see some measurables. Not the most natural athlete in the world. Struggles on the turn, top heavy frame, I think can leave him struggling with balance. I do think he gets knocked off balance, as you said. Don't think he offers a tremendous amount in obvious pass situations. He does have a surprisingly high pass rush win rate, which is still very difficult to say, by the way.
Just running forward. That's what I'm saying. There's no technique there.
It's not a technical thing, is it? And he's shown to not be a consistent 3-down defender, which for a nose, fair enough. You're probably not going to expect that anyway. I was really excited to dive into the tape, and maybe I just overhyped him in my head. He's still a run-stuffing man-mountain that will absolutely swallow you up. Those athletic limitations, lack of pass rush production, I don't know. As a nose in the second round for the Steelers, I would absolutely love it. But whether I go first round, I've got him as a +1, but I'm not as enthused as I would be with some other players in this draft. There are possibly some other guys that I would be targeting over him. Yeah. I do think he is a dominator.
I hope he's a dominator.
I think he'll have a very good few years in the NFL, for sure.
I hope he proves me wrong. You like seeing these big, strong dudes. But 6'3", 320, is he really that big?
No, that's the thing. I was surprised when I saw 6'3". I thought he was bit taller than that.
320. I thought you looked like 330.
320 is still 80 off percentile. But the problem with those percentiles is I think they also take into account edge. I really like Lee Hunter. I thought I was going to utterly love him the way I did Benton and Kenneth Grant last year and Jordan Davis. But I wasn't quite at that level. But still a +1, and I think he'll do a job for whoever he ends up on.
37 on the big board. I wouldn't be surprised if he slips into end of second round myself.